thanks for tuning into Cooking with Nonna. Today I have the lovely
Maria.
Nonna Maria.
Nonna
Tell
Maria.
everybody where you're from.
I come from Italy. Il mio paese è Rossella.
And
Yeah.
And as you can see, we have a mixed bag of languages today, but that's okay because I'm here to translate for all of you playing along at home. So let's take a closer look and get to know our Nonna.
I grew up in Italian Frosolone. My family is one brother and three sisters. I grew up in a small family. Maybe 12, 13 years when I learned to cook because my mother showed me cook. When we go al mercato, every week there's a piazza. They sell everything. Baccala, sometimes vegetable, not too much because we plant the vegetable too. Whatever, olio, we buy because we don't have the plant olive. Like stuff for wash clothes, soap, bleach, we buy everything on the mercado. My mother teach us to do everything. We used to go wash the clothes on the river with knees on the floor, on the rack. We used to go wash the clothes. And the clothes, they come nice white. And what we put on for dry the clothes? And for dry the clothes, we stand on the bush. And we dry the clothes like that. But we live happy and no complaint, nothing. We go on the river to wash with knees, I said before, on the floor. And we live happy because we don't see better than that. My favorite dish is pasta fagioli. It's easy, it's good. A glass of wine when I eat. And I feel good, thank God. I forget something, but I'm still all right.
Well, we're back and we are ready to make some baccala, right, Nonna Maria?
Oh, see, yes.
And baccala is a salted and dried codfish. And we're making baccala because where Nonna Maria is from in Frosolone was internal. So the only way for them to get fish back then was to buy this lovely piece of codfish you see right here. And no, this is not one of my relatives, but it is indeed what we are going to make today. Once it has been cut and soaked for at least a day, it is ready to be cooked, and it looks something like this. So I'm going to get this out of the way. So what are we going to make today?
Baccala 2 ways.
And what's the first way?
And sauce, the first way we make a sauce.
And we're going to start our baccala in tomato sauce. And what do you want to do first?
Little olio, little garlic, onions.
Little oil.
Little olio. That's good.
Okay. So to our oil, we're going to get some scallions ready. And scallions are a little bit more mild than normal onions. And I'm just going to cut the bulb in half here. And you don't want to chop these fine at all. It's okay if they're in long pieces because these will become a part of the dish altogether. And I'm going to give a spoon to Nonna Maria so you can start sauteing. And what goes next?
Next one, I guess it's a nice little bit to cook. We throw the sauce.
So we're going to let our scallions get nice and soft and translucent. We're going to let them saute for about 5 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to start our tomato base. And all we have here are some canned peeled tomatoes in our KitchenAid blender. And we're just going to hit liquefy because we want a really nice liquidy sauce. And that's all done. So our scallions have been sauteing for about 5 minutes, and we are ready to add our liquefied tomatoes. And this could not be a simpler sauce recipe because now, can't waste anything. Now we're just going to set this aside for about 20 minutes and let this simmer before we add our baccala in. So we're going to switch this pan out. So move it over there. Yes. So we're going to start our second recipe with our baccala and tell everybody what it is.
Baccala and pastella.
And it's a fried baccala and
fried
pasta.
baccala.
So what are we going to do to start?
A little flour, egg, parsley.
Okay. So we just got our flour. So this is roughly half a cup of flour. And we have some frying oil going. And to that frying oil, I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil for flavor. So we have our frying oil over a medium heat, and we are going to start our pastella. So what goes in our pastella with our flour?
A little salt.
Going to add very little salt to this because baccala has some residual salt left over.
Okay.
So we're going to add 1 egg. Gonna add a 1/4 cup of cheese, and this is just grated Parmigiano cheese. We're gonna add some fresh chopped garlic. And we're gonna add some parsley. Now, pastella is the Italian word for batter. And to make our pastella bind together, we're also gonna add a tiny bit of water. Using about a half a cup of water. Looks good? A little more water or no?
No? I think so.
We're good. Okay. So we're ready to batter our baccala. Now, when would you make baccala typically?
Why?
You make baccala on special occasions, right?
Yeah. And that time on a Friday.
On Friday? Why on Friday?
Because we used to do like that, my grandmother. On a Friday it's sometime, not all the time.
Not all the time?
We make a baccala alla vigilia di Natale.
On Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
It's one of the 7 fishes.
Yeah.
So we have our 3 pieces of baccala frying. And if you have a little bit of extra pastella, which you usually do, you can make a pastella cake and just put it right into your oil. Because nonnas don't throw away anything.
No.
Right?
No.
It's a sin. And once they form a crust on the outside, you can kind of see, then they're safe to turn over, but you want to leave them alone in the oil for a couple minutes before you start turning them. So it's time to pay a little bit of attention to our tomato sauce, and we're ready to add our baccala, right?
Yes, baccala.
So take the lid off, please. And we have some nice thin pieces of baccala.
Cook on the sauce.
Cook in our sauce. So I'm gonna let you. Okay. And how long does the baccala have to cook in the sauce?
We check like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
And when do you know it's done?
You maybe taste a little piece. Let's see if it's.
Well, I always think it's done when the thin pieces end up curling up a little bit, right?
Too. It's
Yeah,
like
too?
that too, yes.
Yeah. So we have our baccala in there, and now we're going to add some kalamata olives. And this is all like a little flavor exchange program going on in here. The baccala absorbs the sweetness of the tomato sauce and it gives off a little bit of saltiness to the whole dish. Now we're ready to redirect towards our fried baccala, and these look like they're doing great. And we're ready to turn them?
Try and see, we see the colors.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Turn it over. Give a nice golden brown color on the bottom.
Yes.
Our pastella cake. I'm going to turn over. So, Nonna Maria, you think our fried baccala is done?
Yeah, I think it's done.
Okay. So, let's get that ready. And anytime you deep fry something, it's a good idea to always have a plate with some napkins or some paper towels.
The grease will go over there.
And there's a lot of grease, but
yeah.
It's good grease. And forget our pastella cake. And how is our baccala doing in our tomato sauce? It's done, right?
Maybe it's done too.
It's done too?
Yeah.
Great, so we're ready to eat. And with our baccala and tomato sauce, we have pre-cooked some ditalini pasta, and we're gonna add that. So why don't I? So uncover our lid.
Okay.
Here's our scoop.
Okay.
And we're gonna add a spoonful of sauce.
Put on this here.
And some baccala.
Okay.
I'm gonna make like a baccala sampler here. I can't wait. Okay. And I'm gonna add one of our fried baccala. And I'm ready to try this. Are you gonna taste some with me?
Yes.
So
This looks nice.
let's taste some pasta first.
Okay. Buon appetito.
Mmm. That's so great because it's salty and sweet at the same time. And I want to try some of our fried baccala too.
Tastes the baccala too?
Mm-hmm.
Tastes good?
Oh, it's great. The pastella is perfectly seasoned. I can see why you would eat this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner on Christmas Eve. It's really good, right?
Very good.
Thank you for making this with me. Thank you for being my nonna.
Thank you for having me. Mwah.
Ciao.
Ciao. Grazie a tutti.